Hello and welcome to an exclusive hour-long programme with me, Alex Belfield, talking to the stars of one of my favourite comedies. But it's on the radio, which is the best place to entertain. And here's a man who's been doing it for something like 3,000 years. Barry Cryer, how are you?
3,000, less VAT, yes. No, it's right, it's quite a long time, isn't it? 1956, Alex, my first paid job. What's that? Do the maths, as the Americans say. 53 years, yes.
When I read your CV, I'm in such awe because you've worked with everybody and you've had such a blessed career in a sense that you've been able to work with the greats. But of course, the reason you've been able to work with the greats is because you have a talent to write gags. How do you do that?
Thank you. Well, I rarely wrote alone. Always with a partner. I was promiscuous. Wrote with a partner. One of them's just lurking about behind me as I speak. Dr. Garden, my old friend and carer.
We should talk to him in a bit.
I think we ought to talk to him in a bit. No, I always wrote in partnership. I think I'm quite a good partner, arrogantly, but on my own, not so much. I'm a sort of line man, and if I'm with somebody who's good at construction and stuff like that, you know, you hope you get the chemistry going. There's a great old writer's joke, which is the writer trying to think of the right word to put in the script, the right word in the right place, and he sits there trying to think of the right word for 2 weeks, and then he thinks, fortnight, that's it.
So what are you saying then? You're not that funny, you're funny to a point, and then somebody makes you funnier?
No, you said that, Alex. I'm fascinated, I'll write that down. No, I'm a practicing catalyst, I think.
And of course we're on the road at the moment with I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, which is just this thing, this beast that everybody seems to be on the same page with. They're waiting for certain things, and you come on and you seem to steal it so easily with your ad-libs.
Steal it? No, I don't steal it. Shut up, he's behind me, for God's sake. No, it's teamwork. You bounce off each other. It's a joy.
You seem like you enjoy it. I'm sure being on the road isn't as exciting as actually doing the show.
Well, it's enjoyable in a different way. The radio show is good because you're doing a fresh show each and every time, but that can be edited and you can stop and start. And this is the real live thing. They're there in front of you doing it, which is the root of our business anyway, which is good. You know, no editing, no canned laughter. They're there. They'll tell you.
What is it like being the guy in the UK when anybody needs a quote about another comedian, they come to you?
Being old. The upside of being old. If you're a survivor, I've lost quite a few friends through the years. Yeah, I suppose there's a lot of my contemporaries still around, writers. But because I perform as well, I suppose people know me a bit better than them. But there's a lot of good writers about. The sad thing about the business is that at a certain age, the young producers either have never heard of them or think, oh no, they can't cut it anymore. You know, as if they stop being funny at some point. No, it's not good.
What do you need? Do you need a great line or do you need a great comedian? Because one can't really work without the other, can it?
No, you need both, hopefully. I mean, if you wrote something that you knew Eric and Ernie were going to do, and they accepted it, you knew it was going to be done immaculately and brilliantly, you know. And people often say to me and others, isn't it frustrating being a writer? I said, no. I couldn't be then, 100 years, you know. I was a backroom boy, that's what you did, that was your job.
I don't want to be too morose, but you're good at eulogies and saying nice things about people when they've passed. What do you want them to say about you?
He hasn't gone, has he?
That would be the best thing, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes.
Of all the people you've worked with, and I know I've asked you this question before, and forgive me.
Not single out one, what?
No, but who was the most joyous to write for? Who delivered your material the best?
Oh, there wasn't just one. One of the happiest periods was writing shows for Kenny Everett, who wasn't a comedian, he was Kenny Everett. And he was up for anything. A good comedian can read a script, and then he or she will say, oh, that's funny, but it's not me, because they have obviously a preconceived idea of what they do. Everett was up for anything. And I wrote those shows with, sadly, the late Ray Cameron, who was the father of Mike McIntyre, who's doing quite well now.
What do you think is his big success? I notice he's doing 5 nights here at an arena, which is 9,000 seats. There's nobody doing that kind of business, and he seems to have come from nowhere.
Well, nobody comes from nowhere, but he has had an enormously swift rise. It's 2 or 3 years it's all happened in.
There's a punchline in there somewhere, isn't there?
Somewhere in there, yes. We'll forage about and find it later.
Give it an hour or two till the show. Do you get nervous before a show now? Are you excited? How do you feel?
I don't call it nerves anymore. I call it creative apprehension. It's a pleasant feeling. It's like adrenaline. It's like a runner waiting for the gun. Come on, let's do it. No, it's not unpleasant at all. If you don't feel anything, you shouldn't be doing it.
And of course, you've got this new book out now. Tell us about that.
The book is called Butterfly Brain. And it sounds like nepotism, but we went through various adventures. I said, I haven't got another book in me. I've done a couple to the publisher. And he said, I'll get you a ghost to work with. And it worked out that the finest ghost was our youngest son, Bob, who's done audiobooks and things. And of course, working with your own son is very strange and interesting. He said an interesting thing to me, Alex, at one point. He said, Dad, you've been a ghost for years. Writing for comics.
Congratulations on being you. It's such an honour to meet you finally. We've been talking for years and years, but never face to face. How is it finally meeting me?
It's just better than I ever expected, Alex. I'm just overwhelmed.
Congratulations on everything. The new book's in your stores now. And good luck with the show tonight. I'm sorry I haven't a clue. We're here today doing an exclusive hour-long programme. We're going to talk to all the team. We're going to talk to Jack D at the end. And coming up next, we're going to talk to Graham Garden, who's lurking.
He's lurking.